Greenvale Community Center. Now that's an impressive building. The clock tower is impressive too.
Hot dog will satisfy a moderate amount of your hunger. Vihreä tomaatti. Vihreä tomaatti. Ei kyllä kuulosta kovin hyvältä. Ja se satisfyää vaan small amountin nälkää. No niin, nyt olemme kokoontuneet seuraavaan Tanssii tähtien kanssa kilpailuun.
I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. That was a tough role. That was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan from the Federal Bureau of Investigations wishes to speak with you.
Näytä niille, tiikeri.
Good afternoon.
Heil! Seek heil!
I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl. And to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places.
Kuten taulu meille kertoo.
Especially your honest age. Please.
No hinajaa se näytti jostain syystä koskevan, kiinnostavan, koskettavan aika pahasti.
Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
Ja se oli rakkautta ensisilmäyksellä. Oi ei, toi kävelyanimaatio on just niinku Vampiressa. Käjet taskussa niinku mikäkin teini.
Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Tuolla hinajallako on sisko? No...
Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially
Selvästi näkemistä tuo hinaja on oppinut sitten talon tavoilla. Isosiskottaan tietenkin.
But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Ihan kaksikko saatana täälläkin. Mitäs Mr. Stewartilla nyt sanottavana? Anna tulla, heitä riimiä, beatbox.
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt.
Toihan ei rimmannu yhtään. Nyt heitä vähän tykimpää settiä. Anna palaa, näytä kuka on äijä.
Purple fog covers our town. We'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Ihan suuliikkeet jäi vähän puolitiehen taas. Ja se oli siinä. Tuossa kaksikossa on jotain epäilyttävää.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Ja nyt ehkä vihdoin tapahtuukin jotain tässä peliaikana taas. Hei George, jatkaa eessä. Päästä mut menemään. Still no hint of a... No, puhutaan Georgein kanssa sitten.
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
No kiitos, että mä pääsin susta ohi.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, the purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain.
Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the crime at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine.
But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, Mr. Stewart. See? So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We could force you to talk, you know.
Or can we? Mä itse asiassa haluaisin tietää, miten ne tommosen happikaapin haluaisi saada puhumaan
Mr.
mukaan.
Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the
Käylike oli.
signs, the omens, and the premonition.
I hate poetry.
Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
And don't ask about Jack. Oli hienoksi se paljasti näille kahdelle tutkijalle kanssa. Kukas toi suspect on? Ai, mä katon, onko täällä jotain muuta. Ensätään coffee. Tunketaan toolboxiin. Kiitos. Emily. Observe. No relation to the case, I'd figure. Oh my god, tämähän on Clone Factory. Kattokaa nyt, tossa on 1, 2, 3 samanlaista ukkoa. Saatanan on sukua, saa aivan selvästi. No relation to the case. Nyt olla kellään mitään relationia. Eikä siinä, mennään nyt sitten juttelemaan sen suspectin kanssa. Tosin vähän kummastelen, kun mä kuitenkin poistun tästä aulasta näin vaan. Eiks mun ideana nimenomaan ollut jututtaa noita aulassa tai nyt auditoriossa olevia ihmisiä vielä? Whatever. No niin, sinä hinaaja. Oot sä Churchille sukua tai jotain? Ja miksi tässä kaupungissa kaikilla on Stetsonit? Se on niin out, niin kasaria kuin olla voi.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
Don't ask the questions. I'm the one who does that.
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. And I want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself. Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
Näin ipanaa koijataan. Hetkinen. Ai, tossahan noi olikin. Myös suspect. Teki on kyllä niin zombin näköinen, etten tiedä pitäisikö sille puhua ollenkaan. No, totta vitussa. Freeze, motherfucker.
Good evening, Agent.
Brian the Insomniac. Gravekeeper, no. Sekös
Good evening,
selittää?
Mr.
Brian, the gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Bryan. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna, her smile, so warm. Anna, blonde hair, so bright.
Mä en aio sanoa yhtään mitään tähän.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Kyllä se nyt aina autolla ajamisen ja kalastamisen vaan voittaa. Löytyykö vielä lisää epäiltyjä? Who's there? Täällähän on joku. Asha. Mitä jätkä? What up, nigga?
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
So sad.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Tässähän alkaa muodostautua vähän jo ideaa siitä, että mitä seuraavaksi tulee tapahtumaan. Mutta entäs Fiona, mitäs sulle kuuluu?
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
That's a good point.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. He must be loaded. Rich and
Ihan
young.
taas
A
ilmeet.
perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.